Shout out to Vegan Knowledge JJ. I see you, honey. Actually, that wasn't. That was me.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. When the truth don't work, you start telling lies. Thought you were down to ride, you weren't down to ride. Caught switching, you were picking sides. Don't blink, caught slipping like a slip and slide. I was shooting dice till I got a nosebleed. Money on the floor, can't get cold feet. Took a L, should've put it in the offering. Lord, forgive me for my sins, don't know of me. Scary thoughts, I got scary thoughts. Lost control, now I'm taking charge. Breaking bills, friends breaking off. You could be the youngest, I'm the dawn. Kiss the ring, nah. In the scene like GOT. Stay away.
Don't sleep. Shout out to everybody on the platform. And right now there's nobody. But let's see what we got here. Welcome to the Tuesday Takeover, baby. I am your host, J&J Video Reacts. Welcome those of you on TikTok. Welcome those of you on YouTube. If you have not followed me on TikTok, head over there and follow me. If you have not followed me on YouTube, please go over there and hit the like button and subscribe. Shout out to all the people in the J Crew. There are 1,700, well, 1,698. It was 1,700 earlier today. I guess I pissed some people off. I don't know. So I lost two, but it's 1,698. I'll take that on TikTok. And there is 598 on YouTube. We are pressing for that $1,000. $1,000. Yeah, Freudian slip, baby. We are pressing for that 1,000 mark. I'm over here sweating. I have to turn the heat off because it's cold down here, man. It's cold in Maryland. Well, by the ocean, so it's a little bit colder by the water. You know how that is, those of you who live near the ocean. But yeah, 589. So we are pressing towards that 1,000 mark, and we are shooting for 2,000 followers on TikTok. So if you have not tapped that screen, tap the screen for me. I'm starting to learn the TikTok lingo, and press that subscribe button. We are here to talk about all things 90 Day, between 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After and 90 Day Fiancé Single Life. And I'm just going to give my opinion on it. As you know, I'm legally blind, so I'm unable to see gifts and chats and things like that. But that's not going to stop me, damn it. I'm still coming on here. But shout out to everybody who comments. I am able to, go in and look at them later because I can go review the streams and review the TikTok. So shout out to everybody who is in here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If you want visuals, I got them over on YouTube. I got thumbnails and visuals and things like that, pictures of the couples and stuff like that. I don't have it on TikTok, but I don't know. I think there's ways you can spruce up your lives, and trust you me, give me a minute, I will be doing that. Okay, and I'll try to do that simultaneously. And if not, hey, it is what it is. What's that? Oh, notification. All right, so 589 in the J Crew. I appreciate you guys. And again, share the video, share the content. I want to give a shout out to everybody who was in today's Midday Motivated. We talked about fear is a liar. Okay, Jess came up with that. Shout out to Jess. And, shout out to her and her crew. Shout out to my wife, Vegan Knowledge. I love you, baby. Out there trying to get that dough. Always, always, always. Shout out to any new people that have come on. So, what's going on with in the 90 verse? I like to call it. Let me see. Let's start with that thumbnail, right? Thumbnail is sick. I love doing thumbnails, especially 3D thumbnails. I like doing thumbnails. I'm a graphic artist, so I like doing thumbnails. Um, let's see. I wish y'all could see the picture of it over on TikTok, but it's all good. Okay, so let's talk about who is that? Tiffany. Let's talk about Tiffany. Okay. Tiffany is going back and forth with this guy named Dan, Mr. Horseman. Okay. And who was it? Fabio she was dating last week, or Fabrice, or whatever the hell his name was. Farouk, I don't know. I think I'm mixing her up with Usman. But she's dating around, basically trying to move forward without Ronald, and trying not to dip back in that well. But she's finding herself slipping back down that rabbit hole. And she's using the daughter as an excuse to go see Robert. Come on, it is what it is. She needs to see her father. Yeah, you need to see her father. Don't blame it on her. And the little boy's got common sense. Okay, he gives her relationship advice. Daniel is her relationship guru. Okay, Daniel knows more than Mama Bear. And he told her the other week. I thought that was so cool. He said, "Listen, just make sure you're happy. At the end of the day, stop rushing into shit. Okay, I don't want to meet this guy and that guy. Settle in on somebody, and then I'll be cool with meeting them." She noticed he's no longer calling Ronald Daddy. He has matured. He has started calling Ronald Ronald. That is not my father, and you're no longer with him. So he goes back to Ronald. So he's growing up. He's very mature for his age. I love Daniel. But yeah, so Daniel decided that, yeah, mom said, yeah, you can't be out of school. And I don't think the kid wanted to go anyway. So she takes the daughter over there, because that is technically his biological child. And Daniel is not. I'll give it to Ronald. He wanted to try to help with raising him. And I was pissed at Tiffany when she went over there before, because I thought she was being unnecessarily harsh on him. I thought that, I thought she was being unnecessarily harsh. I thought, wow, he's trying, he's got the kid's room painted, and he's buying groceries, and he's doing all this shit. And all she can do is bitch and whine and complain, and just give him a hard way to go. But apparently he also gives her a hard way to go. So I don't know. Either way, she's torn now. She's not really getting what she's wanting out of this dating thing. And she's tempted to go back to him because he's tugging at her heartstrings. They were talking, and she's looking at him with the goo eyes, and he's saying, yeah, I want to see my kid. I want to see my kid. So I did not think, how did she go from last week, there's no way, I'm not talking to him, yeah, I gotta go, I got a date, to, okay, I'm coming to see you, I've got tickets. This girl does not know what she wants. She does not know what she wants. She wants to get back, and I saw a picture of her on Instagram where, and I think this was what, a couple months back. So we know they filmed this stuff a while back. I think this must have been this trip that she's on because he was in the bed sleeping. And I don't know if you guys remember that she had a picture of him in the background and he was in the bed sleeping. So we know she gave him the poo poo. We know she gave him the poo poo. All right. So instead of going over there and leaving the little girl with him and letting them have some alone time and go get yourself a hotel, don't even entertain it. She admits she does want to entertain it. So you subject yourself to anything that he gives you. If he goes back to gambling, if whatever he's doing that you didn't like, you're the one that keeps going back for it, you know? I mean, it's your fault. You want to keep beating your head up against the wall, then you're going to get hurt. So I wish her luck. We'll see what happens with that, you know. Um, so that's her talking around on what is that? I started to say Skype. God, is Skype still even a thing? On oh, what the hell is it? Why can't my brain is locked. My brain is locked, y'all. What is it? What am I thinking about? The one with the rooms and because Zoom. Good God Almighty. All right, so next we got Tanya. Tanya. Tanya's trying to come over to the rainbow side. What's up, Tanya? What is going on? Where did this come from? And all the time that she talked to Sinjin or was married to Sinjin, you know, we saw them come on the Bears All and the Tell All talking about, yeah, we want to experiment sexually and stuff like that. But now she's like taking it to another level and she's figuring, you know, Sinjin's not back in my life. But the problem is she won't freaking divorce him. Tanya, he's gone. He's gone. Okay. He's probably not even in this country anymore. And I think she was still feeding him money. And he's taking full advantage of that. So, you know, I was waiting for her to finally admit. Everybody keeps talking about it. The first guy, when the season first opened, was talking about the fact that, you know, why you're just separate? Why aren't you divorced? Ah, it's just paperwork. Ah, okay. Then she gets the friends that get on her ass a little bit, saying, okay, what's going on? You know, why haven't you divorced this guy? Why haven't you filed the paperwork? And she said, paperwork's just paperwork. Bullshit. You haven't filed the paperwork because you're not over Sinjin. Get over Sinjin. He does not want you anymore. He has moved on. Okay, unfortunately, he does not want Tanya. Everybody got all teary-eyed when they broke up. You know, broke me up too. It broke me up too. Okay, big ass grown ass man crying and shit like that. Here's a gift for you. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't hold it back. It was tearful. It was tearful. But so he rolls out, and what is Sinjin even doing? Have we heard anything from Sinjin? So I think Sinjin's gone. Sinjin was on the Single Life. I noticed he has not come on the past couple episodes of the Single Life. I think it's been like 3 episodes. He was on like season 1, but I don't think he was on last season. And he's not on this season. But yeah. So Sinjin's out of the picture. Tanya's now trying to get into chicks because she can't seem to find the right dude. Now you're going to get into a chick and screw her over because you're not over your husband. Okay, try this step. Try filing the divorce papers and getting a divorce first before we move on. Try cleansing and getting over Sinjin, which I think was what she did in this episode. She went to a yogi and they're meditating and doing this cleansing, probably cleansing her chakras. Okay, yes, I do yoga. I love yoga. I love getting cleansed. I love cleansing my chakras. But she rolls out and decides to get some help because she realized, you know what, I'm probably not ready for a relationship yet. Thank God. No, you're not. You are not ready for a relationship. Yes, I did not get any sleep last night from watching this shit. I think I went to sleep at like 3 something and I got back up at like 6:30. to get a workout in, but didn't do it because of the chest pains I was having earlier from mislifting. That's weird. I thought, is that Jen? No. Oh, is that you? Oh, okay. I thought I heard something. I'm like, is that a cop outside? I thought I heard that going on. You know what I mean? But it was her walking in the hallway. Shout out to my wife. She's home. Um, but yeah. Oh, that was she got feedback from me on YouTube, so that was actually me that I was listening to. Man, I love hanging out with you guys. You know that? You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome to talk to. I love our middays. And this is my first TikTok talking about 90 Day Fiance. So I can't wait to read some of these comments over there. And if it's just one or two comments, I don't care. I love it, you know. But Jen will help me. She'll come in and she'll help me with the comments. But yeah, so Tanya is going to go ahead and get into Tanya for a minute and try to get her ass over Sinjin because she realizes before she's able to move on, that's a necessary step. And I love that her friends are calling her out about it. I love that they're not, okay, well, yeah. No, bitch, get a divorce. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what do you mean it's just paperwork? No, it's necessary paperwork. If you're trying to move on, do you think your next partner is going to be cool with you still being married? No. And then you got to go through that process that can take years. So get with the program. Go ahead and get the paperwork done. So, and then she had to come clean with the fact that, okay, all right, I admit it. I'm not over him. That's why I haven't done it. Okay, no shit. That's what we know. Get over it. First step is filing the paperwork. Look at Pedro and Chantel. Pedro wasted no time at all. And Chantel fought the good fight, but when she realized that it was over, she bounced. She is not looking back. She's not sitting there crying over Pedro's ass. She is gone. She gone. Remember Duck Dynasty? Yeah. You know, she is gone and she is moving on with her life. That's what you have to do. That's what you got to do, Tanya. Okay? He does not want you. Move the on. There are more fish in the sea. Cute, you know, cute. You can get somebody else. You don't need that big oaf. Okay? So keep it moving. Um, Next person on the single life is Veronica. Veronica, man. Veronica is cray cray. Um, this bitch is crazy. Okay, I didn't realize. I kind of figured she was a little bit crazy just from Pillow Talk, watching her and Tim. But now that she's kind of on and we're seeing her who she is, like 360 full circle, all up in her life and love life and seeing what's going on. Yeah, dude ran like a bat out of hell to Florida. Yeah, I'm still hooking up with my ex. Yeah, see ya. She's like, okay, well, you could have said something. Okay, yeah, no. And then Tim, she tells Tim that, yeah, he didn't like you being here when we got home. And Tim took it to the whole nother level and just got out of her life, period. Okay, fine. No, no, I'm gonna go ahead and do so. Okay, so you don't want me in your life? No problem. I can go ahead and do me because I need to go get something done with my voice because it always sounds like I'm ready to fall asleep. So, you know, this is me being Tim. But Veronica, I don't know what's going on with her. I mean, you know, she told me that she wanted me to leave her alone, and now she's pissed off because I'm not around, and you know, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You know, it's like I feel like his voice is a car that just will not start. I like Tim. Tim needs to find himself though. What was that with those boots at the tail? Oh, bitch. Okay, Tim, come out. Come out. Okay, join your family. We know it. We know it. Okay, those of us that are we know. Okay, but it's obvious. It's so obvious. Just come out, dude. Just come out. All right, you know, and don't be breaking up Kenny and Armand either. I know what was going on with you hosting with Kenny, but why was Armand not there? Why was Armand with Veronica? He should have been with Kenny. What's going on? Don't be breaking up happy homes and shit. Okay. Shout out to Kenny and Armand. Um, home wrecking ass. But with those boots, what was that with the boots? He had a boot game. Oh, you got to check out Karen and Thomas BSR. Karen Everett, Thomas Everett. I love the boot game. I love the boot game. I don't have boot game. Flip flop game. I don't have a boot game going on right now. I got a flip flop game going on. But what was going on with the battery? Okay, assault and battery. I'm gonna bring Jen in. Hi, honey.
Hi. I was like, when you did Tim's voice, I couldn't help myself. I had to come in and laugh out loud, literally. That's so crazy. You sounded just like him. I love your impressions. Do more, do more.
I can do this whole stream as Tim if you want to. But yeah, they went nuts in the demolishing room, and she took a lot of shit out on that stuff in there. She's like, "You Tim, you Justin, everybody." I was like, "You go, girl. Tim, you might want to get out the way, honey, because you were one of those things that she was pissed at. So you might not want to be in the same room with her." But she was going ballistic. And then she walked off in her little outfit from Justin last week. But the thing is, she misses Tim. Now, what about this pact what they talked about getting married if neither one of them is married by the time they're 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever the hell it was going on? That they get married. Just get married, you two. She's the dude, he's the girl. Okay? It's obvious. Just get married. You two will not work anywhere else and have it work because you're going to always be a part of each other's lives. Look what happened when Tim tried to walk away. Veronica
Mhm.
pushed it. So she's not going to let him out of her life. So that's just that's a get married. Stop fucking around with
Yeah.
it. Just get married.
I mean, they were on the thing together. They like raised the kid together. They know each other better than anybody. I
I like
don't.
them together.
Are they like I don't even understand. I feel like you know how different people belong together in different phases of their life. I think
Yeah,
they had that phase where they were like really together and then they had to go off and do their own thing, but now they're at a mature point where they would be really good together. But
right.
they're
And
just
they
so
never
used
went
to
off and
trying to
did
live
their
these
own
separate
thing.
lives.
Understood? Right. Like, did they even do their own thing? They have remained a part of each other's lives. And if Tim needs his back dug out, she can strap up. I'm
Oh my
class.
goodness.
I'm sorry.
Jen,
She looks
welcome.
like the type that would do it too. Did you see what
Jen
she did
said
to
no,
Justin?
the guy fem guy. Yep,
Yeah,
that's him.
man.
He's definitely
Hey,
the fem
it is
guy.
what it is. Make it work. Make it
Hey,
work.
Aziz. Aziz? The most are crazy. Definitely.
I'm like,
Oh, he
yeah,
says hello from Holland. Wow.
Holland, nice.
Holland.
Welcome, Holland. Shout out to Holland.
Holla at
Holland is
Holland.
good. Holla at ya.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
did you see what she did to Justin? She looked like a black widow devouring her prey. She would strap up if Tim wanted it. I believe she would. And work it too. He's still crushing on her. He always said she acts like you act like a guy anyway. So I mean, you know what I mean? I don't really see that. I see her dominance. I don't see the dude thing, but you want to see a dude. Check out fucking Jenny's daughter-in-law. Good God Almighty! I thought that was man. I'm like, I thought she was with a chick. Oh, okay. Which I should talk, all my hair was hacked off and I was wearing ties when we met. So, I carried it like a little boy too, but God dang, that chick looks like she needs to be a linebacker on the Ravens.
I love it that she has this like stoic look too. Like no matter what's going on, she's just standing there and she lets the lady just talk.
I think she
Um
would beat Submit's ass if need be.
I do too. Aziz, is it Aziz or Aziz? I feel like it's Aziz. I'm gonna say that. If I'm wrong, you can tell me
How does it spell?
in the
AZIZ?
AZIZ.
I think that's
Angela
Aziz.
is funny as hell. How about Ed? How about Ed? Yes.
I
Oh
don't
my
even.
goodness.
Ed who?
Hmm.
Big neck Ed, no neck Ed. Look,
Oh, I'm right.
Aziz,
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Ed and Liz weren't on this week, so I don't have anything on them on the screen. But we can talk about Ed and Liz because Ed and Liz, speaking of the whole lesbian thing, it's like, Ed, you're a chick anyway. So come on. Ed's got a lot of feminine tendencies. Okay. He's like a little old woman. Who is he? He got rid of the ponytail. She even said, I thought you were a girl. He's got a lot of feminine tendencies. Okay. I just want to, I want the world to be gay. I'm sorry. I'm LGBTQ. What can I say? But, you know, Ed and Liz, they will not let it die. So I'll tell you where he can get some neck from now. Michael's mom, Michael Natalie. Good God, what is going on with her, man?
Jen
I
said,
was
"Don't
like,
even get me started on him." Talking about Ed, I think,
I'm
and
like, let
then
me. You can let Ed borrow some of that neck you got.
hey, Dolly Bush. She said, I'm running late. We're getting snow right now. Oh, wow. Be careful
You
if
know
you're out
what? We're
in
getting
it.
some rain
That
here
would
in
be
Ocean
pretty
City.
to have some snow. I'm kind of ready for some snow, and let's just get that whole thing over with so I can get back to the beach. And
Oh,
then it is pretty though. Aziz said Liz is beautiful, a beautiful and sweet woman. Yes,
she
she
is, and Ed has diminished her self confidence. She's still beautiful, but what's with the Elvira look? Get your blonde streaks back and drop a couple of pounds and do you. Don't let Ed do that to you. She was a young, vibrant young woman when he met her, and now she just looks like she's been dragged through the mud.
it's
She's
so
got a
funny.
beautiful spirit.
I told you my theory about that, right? What
What?
Ed does. So it happened with Rose. He goes after somebody that he thinks is out of his league. So he's got this like foreign lady that, she's beautiful, she's younger, and he wants to go after her and he's kind of in the chase. Then he gets her, he gets his hooks in her, and then he starts
Yeah.
to feel insecure. So he decides now to make her feel more insecure than him by saying, you need a toothbrush and you
I
need to
like
shave your
it.
legs. Now
I
he gets
like
with
it. I believe
Liz,
it.
sees the mystery girl in the restaurant. She wants nothing to do with him. You're the ugly old man with
Hear
no
this,
neck.
girl?
Got him. Sinks his teeth into her. Now all of a sudden he's making comments that she's fat and you know what I mean, and she's going out and not caring about him and doing this. Now she's with a woman, and it's all of a sudden now he's putting her down to a point where she thinks, oh, I have to now impress myself to him. Like she
She's
did gain
trying
a
to whip
little
up
bit of weight,
his
you're right.
expectations.
Liz
Can
Jen
we can
said,
we please remember that he's the troll here and not
right.
you?
Yeah.
He's the troll. Why are you trying to impress a troll? Drop him like a hot potato. Drop him like the Humpty Dumpty that he is.
Jen
Okay?
said Liz accidentally offends Ed with a no neck comment. Right. Like accident. And then Dolly said oh, that's right. Liz looks like she's gained a little weight. Yes, she has.
Yes, and I hate that hair. I usually like that, but it just looks drab on her. You know what I mean? It's just stringy and drab. I liked her with the blonde highlights and she looks like Elvira, dude. She looks like just
She's trying to turn herself
Morticia.
into Ed.
It looks like his hair looks better than ours now.
Remember the first time he said, "What did you think of me when you first saw me?" And she's like, "I thought you were a woman," because he's
Right.
and he said, oh, okay, let me read it. One more, two comments. Thank you all for the comments. Jen said, so Rose is Filipino. Rose was never into him. That was all for getting off the islands. And Aziz said, you're right, sister, like a Chihuahua dog. They see the world so big and always attack. Right, like
Right,
Ed.
right, right, right,
And
right.
Rose lived in poverty, coming to America is like a thing. Yeah,
And Ed
and
knew that, and he was trying to
mhm,
hold that over her head.
mhm. That's what I don't like about that whole control thing is that then it becomes like I can do whatever I want to you because I have what you want. And that's what a lot
Right.
of these guys are going after and they're after that control, I think.
Mike and Jimena, financial domination. Your Wet Sock talked about that all the time. Talks about it on YouTube. Talks about, I'm paying the rent here. You have to listen to me. You have to do what I say because I'm paying your rent. Okay, you volunteered for that. She didn't ask you for that. You
You pay our
volunteered
rent.
for
I gotta listen to you. Just kidding.
it. He
But
told,
yeah,
oh,
he's holding it over her head, and that's where things went weird when she took that power away from him and was like, okay, well, whatever, I don't need your money. He was like, he got really mad because it was like, it reminds me of your daytime streams when you're like, take the power away from fear.
yep,
It's like she took the power away from Mike and he was like, didn't know what to do. Like, what? I can't hold my money over your head?
right. She's like, I don't
Like,
want your money.
and he's like, whoa, that like, it was like the end of his world right there.
Who we got next? Yeah, we have got.
Aziz said, people think America has money trees. America is not the center of the world because Jen said mail order bride. You are right, guys. They come over here with a false impression of what is going to happen. Like, speaking of Natalie, she thought she came over here to live with a man that lives out in the woods and thought she was going to be in the heart of New York City
He live.
partying or something,
I told
living
me
it
that
up.
he lived in the middle of the wood.
There's nothing
In the
but
middle
food.
of the wood. My God. But you know what? I was just watching that, and I liked what happened. I liked what happened with them. Um,
Yeah.
this was a pretty touching scene because Natalie. See, what happened was Natalie came here and she expected to, get have at least some time where they went, they traveled, they saw a little bit of America, did some things, and none of that happened. All she got was, all right, here's a trailer. I'm gonna go to work. You gonna go ahead and take care of the trailer while I'm gone. She was home all day by herself in the middle of the wood. Okay. And Mike could have cared less. I think he was into her, but he was dangling this thing over her head about getting married, not getting married. I'm not sure what I want to do. So finally, he marries her, and then the mother comes in and starts treat. I made a TikTok about it. Starts treating her like dirt, calling her names behind her back, telling Michael all up in Michael's ear about, oh, she's this, she's that, and she's doing it now. But Natalie did her thing. She left, she went out, she sowed her oats a little bit. You know what I mean? She dated this guy, dated that guy, lost some weight, started getting a check from 90 Day Fiancé, did some traveling, and now she's ready to settle down. She went out there and she found out that the grass was not greener, that what she wanted, trying to get out of Josh and trying to get out of this one and that one, she had in Michael. And then when he went and paid for her mom to get out of the UK, oh hell, okay, that's my man. That's my man. What am I doing? That's what I'm looking for. I want that stable man to have children with. And she couldn't turn the hoe into the house husband. And Josh, he's out being a playboy.
I think
You
she had
know,
to go, like you said, like go sow her oats. Is
she had
that
to
what
go
they call
find
it?
herself.
She had to go, like, let me see what this would be like if I was just in America and I was single and I could find
Went
my
to
own man.
LA, Florida. She lost some weight. She got to do the modeling stuff that she wanted to do. So she's had her fun now, and she's ready to go home and settle down with Michael. And she came out and flat out said, "Listen, I'm ready to come back home. What's up?"
Aziz said, "I know what you mean. She is not that handsome. She's got beautiful eyes, but that's it."
Yeah,
Yes,
Natalie's
she's got.
scary. She's scary.
She's scared just on.
She's freaking scary. She has looks where she's beautiful, but
Yeah,
she's scary.
when
Okay,
when
and she
she's
loves it.
carefree, almost like sometimes too carefree. She almost is kind of like borderlining on, okay, that's still scary too, like that childlike.
I thought the scene with her and Michael this week, she looked very beautiful because
Yeah,
she wasn't over the top. She was very vulnerable and she
she
put it
has a
all on the
lot of
table.
insecurity
Yeah,
and a lot of expectations that she sets that, she had to finally just realize the good in Michael and
yeah.
not what I want this, I want that. It was all about like, okay, I had a good dude here. He was willing to, give me what I want because ultimately when she got out there to live life, she didn't want to. She wanted to go home and have a kid and get
Want to have a
married and
kid.
live in a little house on the river with this guy that wanted to travel the world and hang out with models. And she's
Right.
like, okay, wait, maybe
He's
I
a
went the
legend
wrong
in my
direction.
mind. She said, I was legendary for Michael. I was legendary. You know to have women like me. I was legendary. Legendary? Really, Natalie?
But I
Legendary.
think she liked that feeling of that he was reaching for her. He was she
Yes.
was out of his league, not the other way
Yes.
around. All of a sudden that was wearing on her because this other guy where Michael kept like, Dad, all right, let me see what we can do to fix it and this and that.
Right, right,
All of a sudden he was like, okay, whatever, you can leave if you want.
right.
I'm
She
not
wanted
pressed.
somebody that had her on a pedestal. Mike had her on a pedestal to a point. She pissed
Yeah.
him off. He
When
had her
she
on a
gave the
pedestal.
ring,
Right. When she took the ring, when she did, he took the ring back and all of that. But she really, and now, she done lost weight and she's looking good. She got the whole model thing going on. And he's looking at her like, damn, you look good. But nah, you're crazy. I don't want no parts of it. She's like, I'm sorry. And you could see she melted him. She melted him. Okay. You could see he's like, shit. And you cannot tell me that he was sitting on that goddamn bench a whole year waiting on that. I was just sitting here, you know.
if he knew he was going to get back in with her, though, he got her and Mama in the same. You think her and Mom are going to get along? I missed the end of that
Guys,
one.
what do you think about that in the comment section? Natalie and the mother living together. God.
It could be a whole nother show like the family Michael.
And that's how they ended this week. That mom showed up.
Something is
And,
scary about his mom to me. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't
she reminds me of
know what
Misery.
it is.
Kathy Bates.
Like, yes, that maybe that's what
Kathy
it is,
Bates
but
used to
something is
freak me
like
out
off
all day
with
long.
her, like just the way she
Like,
presented.
Natalie, you
Like,
said chop your ass up. You don't go sleep with one eye open, chick.
I think
Okay?
she's very stereotypical, and I think initially, like, you could see that in her. I think that we might be able to get to a new level because the woman obviously doesn't, I don't think, has any daughters. If
Mm-hmm.
Natalie could learn to trust her and for her to stop thinking, oh, his mother thinks I'm this,
Just some
this lady
foolish
from a
bitch
foreign land who's using
anymore.
her
Yeah.
husband or her son, her husband. Now it reminded me, I'm like, they're now living as husband and wife,
Freudian
right?
slip.
Like they're
Mama
like one of
slip.
those mama's boy shows. It reminds me of. Oh wait, I got a comment here. Aziz said no, only the eyes, the rest no please, all trash. I love Aziz. I've seen it all, he said. Jen said Big Ed revealed that he suffers from a rare genetic defect called Klippel-Feil syndrome. This is a rare condition where two bones in the neck are fused together. Yes, I
Oh
went
wow.
down that rabbit hole, LOL. Aziz
I
said there are
don't rem-
good people on the show,
I
but
don't
some
remember
just
seeing
crazy.
that. I don't remember seeing that. Well, then now I feel bad. Thank you. I feel like complete shit for talking about the guy, but he's still a troll.
You
He's
are
a
not
troll with
right.
an issue. Okay.
I hope I don't lose my neck.
Yeah, and I don't say troll because he looks like a troll. I say a troll. He does look like a troll, but I say a troll because he acts like a freaking troll.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not respectful. I had a phone call that I played on this stream a couple of weeks ago where he literally just laid into her, "F you this, F that," and he just was really off camera. He can be really nasty to her, and she leaked a phone call where she let everybody hear how Ed really talks to her when the cameras are off, and it's
Because
not
Ed
pretty.
is that's part of his I'm telling you, he
Part of
is
his
a
mental
fake.
beat
He's so
down.
insecure
Yeah.
that he can make himself sound like very logical to everybody. However, he ends up he's putting her down so that he can now stay in control of the relationship. Hey
Yeah.
Janetta, thanks for coming. I was wondering what
Janetta,
happened to
what's
you.
going on, honey?
Aziz said when people put mayo in their hair, they need help. And Jen said it's still no neck Ed.
I wasn't gonna say. Oh, Jen, thank you. By the way, got it on.
Thank you. I have it on too. You just
Wearing
can't
it.
see my arm because I won't go on camera yet. I need to get this
Oh
fixed.
my God. Ed, Ed,
I
Ed, Ed.
refer to Ed. Dolly Bush said as Humpty Dumpty. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
me too. Oh my goodness. And so does your wet sock. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Let him go. Let him go. Liz, get away from him. You don't need him. Shout out to everybody on TikTok that is watching this.
Oh,
If
you're
I'm
on
getting
TikTok too?
disrespected, yes. If there
Tic
are
tac toe.
discriminating, thank
That's what it
you
sounds
so
like.
much. I appreciate you. I wish I could see to
Oh,
thank
I didn't
people.
know. I'm sorry. I'll go on TikTok so I can read some of the
I,
comments from TikTok.
I decided to go live on TikTok as well tonight on that because I haven't done that on TikTok yet. We've been doing the midday, but I haven't done Takeover Tuesday on TikTok yet.
Well,
Oh man.
Takeover Tuesday on TikTok. TikTok Tuesday.
Takeover Tuesday on TikTok. Say that fast 4 times. Takeover Tuesday on TikTok. Takeover
Takeover
Tuesday on
Tuesday on
TikTok.
TikTok.
Takeover Tuesday on TikTok. Takeover Tuesday on TikTok.
Now you blew it up. Takeover Tuesday on TikTok. Oh, that's why I don't see. Let me search you so I can get over here on TikTok so I can read some TikTok comments.
So we
All right.
talked about Tanya. What do you think about Tanya being into women and trying to get over Sinjin with a kissing a girl?
I think she's definitely gay.
She gives me gay all day long. I think she's more into women than men. She's just scared to explore it
I do
fully.
too, because anytime that's what her thought is
Yeah.
when it's like, oh, well, it didn't work out with him, I think I'll just go be with a girl. Obviously, it was in there somewhere.
She
That's
admits
not
it.
just a normal
She says
thing.
she's
Like,
always been
I have a
attracted.
lot of straight friends, and they don't just all of a sudden, like, you know what, that didn't work out. Going for women, they might joke.
She said she's always been attracted to women. So it's
That
like it's
proves
in
it
there,
right
girl. Do you?
there. Yes.
Do you? Okay, so we
So,
talked about Veronica. And that was it. That was the couple. So I titled it the thumbnail on YouTube, I Miss My Ex, because when you think about it, everybody this week on the single life went back to their ex. Natalie went begging back to Mike. Veronica went begging back to Tim. Sorry, let's be friends again. Okay. Tiffany, okay, I'm gonna go see
oh,
Ronald.
remind me to talk on that one later.
Okay, I'm gonna go see Ronald. And then we've got who you know
Tim and Veronica.
yeah, we got Veronica, and then we've got Tanya. I love Sinjin. I admit it. Okay, that's why I haven't gotten divorced. I'm still into Sinjin. So everybody this week had a deal where okay, my ex is really who I want to be with. And I don't know what's going to come out of that. But
Maybe we should start a new show called X in the City.
right. I don't know. But next week they got a lot going on with some of the single life because I can't wait to see I can't wait to see the showdown between Natalie and the mom. I can't wait to see what happens there. Now that
I
she's admitted to Michael she wants him back.
I think it's gonna throw us off big time. I think her and the mom are gonna end up
Getting
being
along?
yeah, I do.
I
I
do too,
really do.
Jen.
There's
I
something
really do
about it,
too.
like, because I think they're alike, a lot alike. I think the mother likes her boldness, but just didn't know that now that she left and returned, that's in her favor now because it's like, yeah, it wasn't so grass wasn't greener on the other side, was it, Natalie?
And Natalie's gonna say no, it wasn't. You're
Mm,
absolutely right, and I was wrong. I admitted that to him, and I love him. So
and that
whatever I got to do
to
to get
her.
back in you guys' good graces, that's what I'm gonna do because I'm here to stay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's not in control anymore. I mean, Natalie thought she was in control. Now she realizes that she needs to compromise,
blow
and
her
like
roll,
she needs to figure
and
out how to
once
get
she
along with him.
come up off of some of that piss and vinegar, I think mom's not gonna have an easy way to go with getting Mike to reject her this time.
Yeah.
Because he's quiet as kept. He's into her. He's into Natalie. You could tell his heart was crushed.
Mom was
And
asking the question at that last, remember when they showed the preview? It was like, what would you do if she wanted to, would you take her back?
he
Would you
said he
get with
didn't know.
her?
And that's
Yep.
exactly what she wants. And you can tell he's thinking about it hard, you
Yes.
know.
Uh,
So
from the comments, Jen said, "Oh my, OMG! Now I'm gonna put something together that shows him as Humpty Dumpty." LOL.
yeah.
Kim Turner, welcome. We got
Shout out to
Janetta
Tim
and Kim
Turner.
and Dolly, Aziz. We got the whole crew here. I love all these comments. And oh, I forgot about the TikTok comments. Oh my goodness. Hey, so Lit Filipina, how are you? Thank you for joining on TikTok.
Thank you.
Heather Varndell,
Hi Heather.
she said, "Ah, I miss cable." And
Get
Lit
yourself a fire
Filipina
stick.
said, "I see you on both screens." That is awesome. I love that name too. And then we've got oh, Heather said, "Can y'all fill me in on what you're all discussing?" Sure.
90 day fiance. We were just talking about the single life, how everybody went back to their ex this week. Like Veronica went back to Tim, and Natalie went back to Michael. Everybody, Tanya is going, going nuts over Sinjin, and she admits it finally. And Tiffany's going flying back to South Africa to see Ronald. Everybody's just going back in the well that they just came from, and realizing that the grass wasn't greener somewhere else. And I don't think Tanya and Sinjin are going to get back together, but I do think Natalie and Michael are going to attempt to do it. We already know Tim and Veronica are back being best buds again, which who knows? I think they should get married because it
I
just
feel
is
like
what it
they're
is.
like a who's the boss kind of thing. Are they just going to keep us
Yeah,
stringing along for years and years and they'll never get together, but they keep toying with it? But what about his girlfriend? That's what I keep wondering. He still
I
has the girlfriend,
don't know about the
quote
girlfriend.
unquote.
I don't know about the girlfriend. I'm gonna go back with Veronica because that's who I need to be with. So I don't know about the girlfriend.
Wait, if you think about it, Ed and Liz are exes. Ed and Liz were not together. Remember going into
Well,
last season,
yeah, yeah.
and
Well,
they've been.
Ed was on Single Life. He jumps franchise. He jumps franchises so much. He
Didn't
was
you
on the
tell me
Single
he's
Life.
paying her or something?
Yeah, Ed was paying Liz to be on the show with him.
Mm-mm. Why is he making himself look so bad then? If he's paying for it, you think he'd make himself in a better light?
Dude, he couldn't pay all the money in the world could make Ed look good.
Yeah, because like he's kind of like pulling the wool over our eyes in a sense, He's like at one sense he sounds so logical and like I'm gonna get therapy and I'm gonna, and then next thing we
Yeah,
hear
he
this
does that,
conversation off
and
the
then
wall that he's
in
calling her
the
fat.
next 3 minutes, if Liz looks sideways at anybody, man, woman, dog, cat, he gets insecure and
Yeah,
starts coming down on her. It's toxic. She needs to get away from him.
yeah, he
He's
needs to be
toxic.
able to trust her.
Ed needs, I mean, and I love the fact that he's going to therapy,
but it's
But
not working.
yeah, that's the best thing that they could have ever done was get together in therapy and get individual help and couples therapy because that's what they need if they're ever got a shot in hell at
I think
working. They need that. It's overdue.
they need the midday motivator.
Well, right now we're getting ourselves in check. Then we'll deal with the relationship stuff down the line now.
Maybe it would help us to help Ed and Liz. I think I could help them. I can help other people. I'm really good at analyzing and seeing other people and helping them get through things. Not as good with myself, but I think we're all like that. It's like a dentist probably
We
doesn't really
all like
love
helping
teeth.
each other, but when it comes to helping ourselves, it's like we need help.
Right. We need to open up to somebody and not to ourselves because ourself is the one that's self sabotaging half the time.
Say that fast 10 times. Okay, so
Oh,
then let's go over to the
okay. It is Jen. It's Jen. Goofy. I didn't know that was little Filipina.
what?
So Jen on TikTok, is that your name? Is
Is
that what you're
little
saying? I didn't know that was your name on TikTok.
everybody's got the covert names on TikTok.
I know, right? Nobody knows
So
it's me.
we're
It's
on
Gigi
the
Knowledge.
everybody knows vegan knowledge. We got the happily ever after couples. We got Andre and Libby, right? With the hey, guess what? We're pregnant.
I love Dad's face right there. That's probably what he thought when he saw that.
Right. And they went and decided to put it on. So what do you guys think about that? The fact that they decided to, in an effort to divert, the family or get them off the trail, to put it on social media instead of coming. I think Libby is letting Andre run the show way too damn much and breaking up her family. Andre has successfully single-handedly destroyed this family dynamic.
Well,
He was the coffee bean, Jen.
I will say this though that there was at one point where the sisters were on the side of Andre, and then all of a sudden the brother got them on the side. Like they go topsy turvy with Andre. The problem with Andre is that he needs to realize that Libby's family is an extension of him, and getting along with her family is important to her own mental health. And I understand if people are, toxic, or you don't want to be around them, but he just cut them off and is like, I'm not trying, I don't want to be around these people. That's not the right way to handle it. And
Andre
she
is
doesn't
controlling
handle
and
it.
toxic.
She halfway stands up to him about it, but not fully.
She's
Like,
more apt to stand up to him when she's pregnant. I love it when she's pregnant because she doesn't take his shit. And he can't stand it because there's nothing he can do about it. What are you gonna do? Beat her up? She's pregnant with your kid, and we know he loves his kids. Okay, Ellie's World. Come on,
mhm. He's
that
a
is
good,
craziest channel.
he's a good
He's a
husband, a
good
good father.
dad.
He's very abrupt, and he's very like,
He does not know how to address people.
right. He doesn't know how to say maybe what it is that he needs to say. He's very cocky with it, and I think
Yeah,
that creates a lot of, but the dad saw something in him that he likes. The dad realized, he is willing to work, and
I'm going
then
to work with Chuck
the family now started hating on him because Chuck started liking it. I
because
think
Chuck
Chuck was
likes
trying to
him.
coffee bean the family, like, hey, he's a good guy. Let's try to get along with him. And next thing you know, it's like, okay,
What are
now
you talking about? We're going to the, what are you doing? We got to go to Moldova. You got to make the signs. Which I don't like it when you're pregnant because you got you big attitude. Forget with the OCD. Look, thank God you didn't shackled up with him. Because did you hear him tell her, let go of the OCD. Stop with the OCD.
I didn't hear that. I went to sleep before it came on. I have to watch that tonight.
Oh my God. Stop with the OCD. When she was freaking out about how he wrote the sign.
That, wait a minute. I couldn't even read it. Wait, we are no I a step. We
I
are
think what ended up
not
happening was they wrote it in Romanian for his dad and English
Did
for
you
her
just
dad.
let me try to read that in Romanian and you
Did.
were Romanian silent? What is going on?
Ah,
It sounded like me
well,
trying to sound out people's names on TikTok or a hashtag.
did you catch the Romanian silent joke? Remain lettuce.
Remain calm.
Let us remain calm. Ha!
It's
All
funny on TikTok I could see your brum. On here I just see Libby's dad.
right. Libby's dead? What? No, we're not going to talk
Oh
about
goodness, like
that. You know
I
me in the
hope
death
not.
thing.
You
You know me
scared
in the
me. I thought you had
we
some
always
breaking
close
news or
out with that,
something.
even in joking. Okay, so Kim and Usman. I've got the blessing. Kim has finally gotten Usman's mom's blessing. I'll give it up for Usman. I thought he was going to go for the little hot Nigerian girl, but he didn't. He got the phone number though. He definitely got the digits. Okay, he got the digits. He gave her his digits, and I think he's going to try to make her wife number two, even though she didn't want to do that. But I think he impressed his mom by not falling for the okey doke. She's like, okay, I put a really pretty girl in front of his face who was ready to give him kids and everything, and he still wants to be with this hag. Sorry, Kim. He still wants to be with this chick. So there must be love there. I'm not going to be the party pooper. Go ahead, son. If you want to, God, if you want to marry her. Okay, just get me some grandkids at some point. But go ahead, Jesus. I think
Right.
his mother was at with that, so she just gave in. But I will say this: she is what Kim. You got temper problems, bitch. Okay, you got temper issues. Deal with that. But she is nothing like baby girl Lisa. Baby girl Lisa. I mean, she was calling Usman the N word. She was just toxic.
Hmm.
That's my word of the night. The word of the night is toxic. Toxic. OXIC. Toxic.
Toxic,
He,
toxic.
he was extremely nasty and mean to him. And they see that Kim is not that way. She's got a good heart. She can get
Yeah.
when she doesn't get her way, but she's nothing like baby girl Lisa. And she treats Usman with respect. And I legit actually I did initially, but I kind of like them together. I like their dynamic. They get along.
Yeah, they've
Wait,
grown on me. You know what they remind me of? They
who?
remind me of Jenny and Submit. Like I was like, what is going
Wait,
on? She's the
yeah.
fangirl. But the fact I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out if there is some kind of what's that motive, I guess, for him. But when he was like turning
Oh,
down the
yeah, he's
girl
trying to get to America to get that record deal.
saying that I have to have her as my first wife though, like she, is that because okay, he knew that if he didn't
She's
say that to
pressuring him.
mama, and all of a sudden it looks like something he had a conversation with mom behind the scenes like, "Look, I'm going to send you a couple dollars." Either that or she really fell in love with the person Kim was and they kind of were like, "Okay." It's almost like they
Right.
pulled in mom and the brother or whoever that is and was like,
I
"Okay,
think
look,
it was a little bit of both because Farouk
I do
loved
too."
the fact that Kim was ex-military,
Mhm.
and they shared that together. So when he realized that, he's like, "Whoa, okay. So you okay? You got a good one there, man. You got a good one. We might be wrong about Kim. I don't like the fact that she can't give you kids, but you got a good one there." Which is what I ultimately did. I think that did happen behind the scenes. You guys let us know what you think in the comments. But do you think Usman had a talk with mom and said, "Hey, listen, I'm trying to go to the United States and get this record deal. Can you help me out? She's not
Right.
going to marry me
You
if
just
she's not
give me
wife
the
number one."
consent. This is
Right.
much
Give me
bigger
the
than our little
consent. I'm going
cultural
to get
stuff
some
here,
blood.
mom.
Right. You
Mom looked
know?
like she was like, but she also looked like she was a little bit happy because I think Usman is her baby. Like
Yes.
you can tell that it made her happy to make him happy. When he was that scene was a perfect capture right there when he was like, "Yes." Oh, by the way, speaking of military, I spelled it wrong in the newsletter. Just was pointed out by one of my coworkers a little while ago. So I thought it had two L's.
Oh,
Just a
Mill.
side note that just popped in my head. But
Oh, I get it. I
oh,
get it.
Jesse said, "Hey, ladies, sorry, wrapping up shift and my Scentsy party all over the place." Oh, I meant to like log into that. Was that tonight? The Scentsy party. I know Jessica sells candles, and we love candles, so I
Yeah,
definitely
I
want to
was
like
like,
help
she's
promote
giving
that
up.
on here. Next time you have a party, let us know so we can tell everybody to join.
Right. If you got any links, I can drop them in the section so that they can click it and come get a Scentsy candle.
So
Shout
I
out
used
to
to sell candles for a company called Party Light. I don't think Becky comes to these, but she'll probably remember we had they that we went to a candle party and there was wine. So of course, I was like, "How do I get involved in this?" You know,
right.
and ended up opening a whole new can of worms. And then I was like a candle associate for a while.
Wow, that makes no sensey.
Ha! If you come to your senses,
Okay, so Usman and Kim finally got the blessing. Shout out to Usman's mom for that. Now we can stop hearing her cry. I'm not going to be wife number two. I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to do
she's
that.
never gonna be okay with wife
I'm going
number
to be wife
two.
number two. I'm not. Okay, and who we have
Kim's
next?
kind of grown on all of us, though. You know what I mean? We were like,
She
she's
has.
stupid, and like, why is she with this guy? And then like, why are they together? And then it's like, does he like her? Does he not really like her? Is it to come to
I think
America?
he
Like, is it
really
for his
actually
music?
is into her.
I feel like there's a little bit of both. I feel like there's a whole gray area there.
And then we have Jovi and Yara. Jovi and Yara. Oh, Jovi, Jovi, Jovi. Yara, Yara, Yara. What is going on with this chick, man? She has got some sneaky stuff going on. And the friend, I love it because the friend called her out about it. Whoever this guy is that he used to hang out with is not buying that Yara is not trying to secretly leave Jovi or start a new life over in Prague.
I love it that he was giving her some stuff like her friends were giving him. And
I
his
love
was
it.
warranted. His was warranted. And I said this last night. Jovi was this. He turned from party boy to like loyal husband and father, and it was all about Yara. This whole thing was all about her. He wanted to come with her because he was worried about her. What ended up happening when he found out that she was kind of pulling away and making plans with the mother behind his back and be getting trying to
Like
get away with something, it made him insecure and he went back to old Jovi at that moment, like, okay, well,
that.
I'm going to do my thing, I'm going to hang out with my friends, I'm going to do what I want because I'm feeling insecure. And like, I think
I'm
so
gonna
many
get my
things
boy
happen.
over here. I'm gonna get somebody on my side who understands my
Yes, get my
feelings
boy to
fluid.
tell you
Like you
what's
got
up.
your moms, I'm gonna get my boy, and he's gonna have my back. So I don't blame him. I
Jess
don't blame
said
him. Yours being sneaky.
she's a snake for sure, shady little thing. Yeah, like I think I was impressed with her. At first we didn't like her
I
because she
couldn't
was being
stand her
really
at first,
mean to
and then
Jovi.
she grew on me with the mom thing because I'm like, okay.
Yes,
And she had some points. Jovi's still messing with the strippers, so I'm like, okay, yeah, she's got a point. He's
but
being an
then
ass.
Jovi really impressed us.
He flipped the script. At first, he was like, "Yeah, you're spending all your time with the baby. It's a baby. It's a newborn baby. It's your newborn baby. You should want to spend time with her." Now he's all about it because the little girl looks just like him.
They are
He's
like
smitten.
struggling to get to like where they need to be. Like they're like two people that I hope don't end because they met at the wrong
I
time.
don't know that they're gonna work. I thought they were.
Yeah,
Jovi and Yara are approaching the red
I
zone.
can see them almost being exes where
Yeah,
unfortunately Jovi is doing all the right things, you know what I mean? Like I felt like he was going to work and she was mad at him for going to work. And when he would come home, he would spend time with them and then she started wanting to go out and leave him with the baby. You know what I mean? It was getting to be a weird dynamic, like a
yeah,
switching of roles. And then it's like, okay, she almost started to go back to her old life. Like, okay, the baby is this old. I don't know if she was going through some kind of postpartum. I don't know what was happening, but it seemed like she went back to the yard that he had met initially.
She's
Like
like,
they were
listen, I'm
hanging
done
out
being a mom
partying.
now. I've breastfed for a year. I'm done. Mom, I'm going to
Yeah,
Prague. Mom, here she is. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna go have some fun now. And
yeah,
in fact, I'm gonna go get an apartment and have fun here while Jovi's working. But you didn't discuss it with Jovi is where we have a problem. If
right.
that's how you felt, he's your husband. You at least owe him a conversation about it. Don't try to look at apartments behind
How
his
would you
back.
feel if he did that?
Yeah, exactly.
You
You
know, I
know,
think people don't do that in relationships enough. Like, okay, you're not entitled because you're the woman and you're not entitled because you're the man. We're in a relationship together. So, like, you need to be respectful to each other. And if you feel like something would disrespect you, then surely don't do it to them.
right. You felt it was disrespectful when he would go out to strip clubs. Now you want to go hang out and leave him with the kid, and then now you want to go over to. I was really happy and surprised, pleasantly surprised that she decided to wait and go to Prague with him because she was ready when she got that green card. She was out. She was ready to roll, and Joe was like, "Listen, I want to go with you. You know, I'm
Joby
your
was scared that
husband."
she was going to take that baby and stay over there.
Yeah. And guess what? That's what it looks like she wants to do.
Yeah.
Just like the guy, oh man, what is that guy? Rebecca and oh my God, you guys know what I'm talking about. Rebecca and that guy that went over. Oh, I gotta
You
get
see,
some sleep. Went over to. That's so rude. I'm so sorry. Went over to
it's
Tunisia,
not rude.
and I know we're on 3 hours sleep.
No, it's lack
Went
of
over to
oxygen.
Tunisia and decided, yeah, I want to stay over here. And now you don't have a choice because if you don't come, then you're just going to be
Yeah.
we're going to be living separately because I'm staying here. That was her worst fear. She didn't want him to go over there because she knew that that's what he wanted to ultimately do.
But if you are scared for your spouse to go to their country because you're afraid they're going to stay there, there's something wrong at home in that relationship.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I mean?
and she was right.
And she was right because look, that was her fear.
Yeah.
And
What's
sometimes
the
that
S
that
name?
fear was real.
And submit. It's one of those names. It begins with an S. What the hell is that guy's
I
name?
know I'm the one that always remembers them and you never talk about them. It's funny that you're even mentioning them.
I know. But now they're living in Tunisia, because he forced her.
Tiffany and oh my goodness.
What?
I know the name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Her
Well,
name's Tiffany, right?
her name's Rebecca.
Oh, her name's Rebecca.
Yeah, Tiffany's with Ronald, but she's Rebecca and oh, oh my God, it's not Submit. Submit's with Jenny. It's not Sinjin. It's oh man, I can't remember. But yeah, it was the same situation there, as with Yara. Yara now got over to Europe and now she wants to stay there. What about Jovi's mom? You think she might want to continue to see the grandbaby for a while? You know what I mean? She's gonna now have to travel over there. But in all fairness, Yara did give up her life for 2 years, right? And now that she can go back, she's taking full advantage. But I don't think there's anything wrong with her having a place in Prague. I just don't think she should just up and move everything there. I think she should spend time in both places.
Yeah.
When Jovi's home, then be there, be in the States. When he leaves, go over in Prague and spend some time with your mom.
That's, if that was her intention, then why didn't she just tell him that? Because he knows that it's a problem when when he's away, when he's not
Right.
at
She's
home,
by
it's
herself.
because that
Because when
was her
mom's
problem.
not being a nanny, she's doing some babysitting, but she's not doing what Yara's mom wants to do. Yara's mom
Yeah.
wants to basically take over raising the child, and let Yara have some time.
Which is more like, I think, well, I'm not going to say it's only a cultural thing because there are like people in America who do that.
Hmm.
However, um, there's a lot of people definitely that in America like they take over and they have the child a lot. But like in other cultures, remember that show we watched where it was like the guy had the little boy and his mom and dad like raised him. You had that one stream about him where it was like, and I can't, Stony I think was his name.
Oh, right. Ella and Johnny
Yeah, Johnny's little boy was being raised because he had to go to work, and
by
like,
his parents, right?
and
By
we know,
Johnny's.
remember Judy was like, she sent, we didn't even know she had the little girl, like the age sent her to be with her mother until she was like 2. Like there is just some
It's a
cultures have
cultural
that
thing where
where
the grandparents
they,
raised the child. You and I were raised by our grandparents, or at least
yeah,
the better part of our childhood, like
it was
between
like a
baby and
dynamic of
8
that,
years old.
all involved. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah,
there wasn't like one you went to see grandmom like once a year or something. It was like, yeah, you many times either lived with her or everyone lived in the same house. So like I think that's what she was looking for, and like I still think
one
something
wasn't with it.
happened to throw Jovi's mom off because she reminds me of that kind of grandmother in a
I
sense
feel
though.
like Yara tried to get her to be a nanny, and Yara, she's got no filter, and she doesn't put grease on stuff, right?
Yeah, she
So she
she
told me,
angered
"Well,
her, or she
you're not
made her feel bad in some way, like she wasn't doing enough, even though she was doing everything. Because that
right."
woman really reached out when Jovi left. Like she had
She
her
treated
best
Yara
interest.
well.
Yeah, she wasn't like one of these parents that was like, "Oh, I don't like this chick that you brought from another country."
And she broke her down because Yara initially gave her the cold shoulder a little bit, but she warmed up to her because she
Yeah.
was basically like a mom away from mom. So she couldn't help it. She had to get into Miss Gwen because Miss Gwen embraced her and was
Hmm.
really wanting to make her feel comfortable, and she saw that. So
Remember that time she was like, "I miss Gwen."
yeah, yeah. But she's home now. She's got Mama Bear, so she's like, the hell with Miss Gwen. She
Right?
was like, but wait a minute, that's my mom. I'm not trying to leave my mom either.
Mhm.
And technically, you live in the United States right now, so you need to be acting like you know. But I ultimately he always ends up giving Yara her way. He still went to look for the apartments, even though he really didn't want to. So I like the fact that he's
I
got this
mean,
guy
she
involved.
moved him without him even knowing it, and he was like, "Okay,
That
well, I'll
is
just go with the flow." But Jovi reminds me of this. He's kind of a go with the flow kind of guy, anyway.
hey, let me turn this up.
Is someone on live with
Someone's
TikTok?
on TikTok. Who are you? I can't see you. Is that Ro? Is that Jess? Who is it? Talk, talk to me. Why can't I hear this phone?
Hold on, let me come get my phone because I had to charge it.
What's up, baby? What you up to? Chilling on the talk? So I finally hit the accept button because I've seen those things pop up and I didn't know what the hell was going on because I'm new to TikTok and I'm like the next time I see that I'm like I think that's saying accept. So next time I do that I'm gonna hit that button. So I'm glad I got you on here. So we're just talking about 90 Day. So what's your thoughts? 90 Day Fiance, what we're talking about. You don't watch 90 Day Fiance? What's wrong with you?
Mhm.
What's the deal? Everybody watches 90 Day Fiance.
No, I didn't for a while. Not
Yeah, I didn't
everybody.
either.
Hey, Chanda.
Hey,
She said,
Chandra.
"Hey, sorry, I'm late. No problem. Better late than never." Oh, Kim said 6 months in each country. That's a good idea.
She said what?
She said they should stay 6 months in each country, like we
Right.
were
Do
talking
half
about.
of the year,
Mhm.
half of the year in the States and half of the year in Prague. So what's up? So if you're gonna be in here, why don't you read the comments over there for me? What's happening? What's up? What? No, no coded messages, please. Are you high?
I know, like, well, I'll have what she's having. That's good. You're just
Not at
high on life.
all. Yeah, I know. Me either. I get too paranoid. I didn't used to, but I
I
started getting
was just trying
paranoid,
to
so
get you
I
to
don't
admit
smoke
it.
anymore. Huh?
You were just trying to get them to admit it. Look at you.
That's it.
I think it's good to be high on life.
High on life. Definitely. So, all right. So that was Jovi and Yara, and then who do we have here? Jenny and Submit.
I love Jenny and
Goes
Submit.
that. I love it too. I love them too. And then we have got. Okay, so her daughter. Didn't I do a different picture? I had a caption on that picture that said, "You should have her back," which is what I'm so glad she said that. And she stood up for Jenny because Submit does not stand up for Jenny to his family. He tries, but because they shut him down, I agree with her daughter wholeheartedly. Submit should be like, okay, well, listen, it is what it is. This is who I chose. If you guys don't like it, then we're just gonna go to the States, or we're just, we're not gonna deal with you. But he keeps what is he chasing? Just the family dynamic, just to sit around each other? Are they paying his bills? Like, what's the deal? Why can't he cut the apron strings? If they
I
don't
think
like
it's
him,
just
right?
like,
I mean, leave.
yeah, but you know, there is an underlying, like, I think he's right. It definitely is more cultural, but like even with the American culture, we always want to please our parents. And like with Submit, I feel like he has this ultimate optimist attitude that he's like, everything will be okay if I just pray and I believe. And it's like he's definitely trying, but it's like he just keeps thinking that his mom's gonna have that point where Usman's mom had and was like, I give my blessing, and it ain't happening. It just doesn't seem like that's going to go that way. So almost like he has to pull away, and it's unfortunate, but there comes a time where you might have to do that in life. You might have to kind of stand up for, hey, this is what I want,
Right.
whether you like it or not. Do you want me to be happy? And like I think
Exactly.
that's what he's trying to get his mom to the point of, to say, you know what, son, I want you to be happy. So I'm going to accept your relationship regardless of what our cultural beliefs say. And she's not coming to that point because he's not putting her to that point. You know what I mean?
Right. 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 Yeah, he's not putting her on a pedestal for his parents and letting them know exactly that he's willing to risk the relationship with them, not the other way around. This is who I want to be with. This is you and I have done that with our families. This is who I choose. If you guys aren't with it, then so be it. But I'm gonna be with this person. This is my person, and that's and ultimately everybody's family accepted it. Um, but that's what I love about our families. Our families, embraced us pretty much from the beginning. You know what I mean? It was a little weird at first, but they embraced us, because they saw that we love each other. So when you have that going on, and you would think that Submit's parents would, you know, seeing the fact that he took it the extra step and married her, regardless
I mean,
of
and I don't mean to be rude, but it's not like that's their only child and like they
yeah,
can't have a grandkid. You know what I mean? Like
right. He's
it's
really
kind of like
trying
my
to
family. I'm like, "You go ahead,
get
Brooke."
you guys go have the grandkids. Submit didn't want kids, but now they've got him thinking about adopting a kid, which he still has yet to break to Jenny. He still has yet to admit this to her that he is willing to go
I
adopt a
think it would be
child.
a great
Great
thing.
thing.
I
I
think
think
Jenny would go nuts over having a like she needs another kid almost. I hate to say it, but
you
she
think
if he's
so?
trying to go out and like do his thing and go to work and stuff, it would give her something to focus on and stop like trying to make him sit at home. She could focus on like, okay, what's the kid gonna do today? What's the kid gonna eat today? What are we gonna do? Oh, she's in school. You know what I mean? I feel like he's trying to get her something to do. Um, wait, I got comments here in YouTube. I was looking at TikTok. It's too much multitasking.
Yeah,
So Shonda said, I agreed with her too. So glad she said something. I can't remember what we were talking about when you said that. Jenny? And oh, Dolly Bush said Jenny and her daughter got to realize that Sumit's mom is not going to change because it's their culture. Yep, that's what
that's
I'm
right.
saying.
That's right. And stop trying to force them to do something that they're not going to do. Submit just needs to move on. I know it's hard. It's your parents, it's your family. But if they're not going to accept you, you need to suck it up. And if this is the life that you've chosen, own it
Yeah.
and go live it
And the
and stop
parents will
forcing.
conform. The parents will you will coffee bean them into you.
And if they don't, he will live.
Yeah.
That's what he
It
needs to
it might but it
understand.
will always
It
be
might
in
suck, but he'll live.
he's a parent pleaser. He wants to please his parents, but he wants to do his own thing. If he was a true parent pleaser, he would never have went after Jenny. So there's
Thank
some
you.
rebel
Not
in
only did
him.
he go after her and continue to date her and live with her, he took it one step further, knowing that they didn't like her and married her.
Kim
So you
said
might as well
Summit
take
need to
it out the
grow up.
way and stand up for her.
Yes, he does. Yes, stand up for her and that will help them come around to his side, but he's not
Right.
doing that.
He
He's
needs
trying
to
to
have
play
a
both sides.
backbone about it and stop crying about it. Oh, I don't know why you don't understand. Okay, well, hey, it is what it is. It's my wife, it's my girl. Either you guys accept it or she's even considering us moving to America. So if you guys want to see me and you want to be cool, then let's do this. If not, I may take her up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, what good is it for me to stay here? This is my country and I love it. But hey, I'm just gonna go with her to America if that's how you guys feel, and see what they say. Pull their card, and if they let him
Exactly.
go, then so be it. He may find that he can get over here and gets along just as well with her family.
That's what I was saying. Kim said Summit need to grow up, and Jen said he needs to grow a pair. His parents got a grip on
Yes,
him. You got it.
yes.
You
Quit
know,
pulling strings, man.
yeah, it's hard though to cut like it's like a safety net. I feel like that he has, and he's afraid to like cut ties. And if you think about what age these people are,
Yeah,
we were all at a point at that time in life where we might be afraid of, look, this girl here, I wonder how that started out with her and her daughter. Why do I feel like Jenny was resistant to her daughter being gay at first and then just came around and be like, well, I love my daughter. So I'm going to do
did
it.
they
It
show
doesn't matter.
that?
Hmm?
Did they show that, or you just feel like that's what happened?
I feel like that's what happened. I feel like if we did a backstory, like, because she seems so open to their relationship, I wonder how that started
I
out,
feel like
and
he
would that help
probably
her identify with Summit's parents?
she was probably I don't get that from her. I get like she was probably initially like okay with it. She just seems like maybe somebody back in the day that did it herself to me. I
Well,
don't know
I would
why.
I
Jenny,
wanna find
I
out now.
get a
Can you
little
get
bit
him
of
on the show?
I get a little bit of something something from Jenny. How about her daughter, man, looking just like her? You get an idea that that's exactly what Jenny looked like 30
I mean,
years
their
ago.
nose, like, their mouth, like, look at their
Everything.
expression right here, like, that is
Yes.
her.
I'm
That's
like, that was what
glasses are
Jenny
even
looked
tilted
like
the same.
before she started the aging process. Because her daughter literally looks like she spit her out, had no help whatsoever. But yeah, the wife is definitely on the watch and observe. She looks like she's ready to pounce on Submit if he makes one wrong move. I would love to see it, quite frankly.
Yeah, she's kinda like,
You
just
want to take care of
there.
my mother-in-law?
Yeah.
What's up? You want to take care of my mother-in-law?
She's like, whatever
Huh?
side
About
she's
to
on,
beat your
I'm
ass and you
on.
want to take care of my mother-in-law? You going to let your family keep disrespecting my mother-in-law? I mean, she looks like she
You
is
see
ready
how
to kick his
they kind of
ass.
bonded when her and Jenny were hugging, like the daughter and Jenny were really hugging, and they just wouldn't give in, and Summit and the
Man.
girlfriend were like,
Right.
like, kind of like laughing along, like, isn't that cute? Like, yeah, that's our
Yeah.
girls. I saw a
Submit.
moment.
There you go. There's family for you. There's all family comes in all shapes and sizes. Okay, so your family has forsaken you. You have a new family to bond with. Embrace that family.
Yeah, I definitely think he definitely could he could. I think they're gonna end up liking him. He's a likable kind of guy,
Yeah.
like
I
I don't
like when
think
she's
he
talking
means
about
any
I
harm.
don't like needles. I don't like needle. I can do this. I give blood and now I look. Oh, I fainted. I fainted when I have blood. When I give blood, it's like I look, and I see my blood and I say, oh,
I'm always on the side of him, and I know that a lot of people are on the other side, and it's just I don't know. There's just something about him that I don't. I think he overall has a good aura, and like that he
I think
doesn't
so.
want to do like harm to anyone, and I think that's.
Yeah, he's a
Oh, she
people
said, I
pleaser.
love when she called Summit Pop Pop. Shonda said,
What?
I love when she called Summit Pop Pop. Yeah, like she was like, okay, like let me get along with Dad here.
Right? Submits like the he's not ready to retire. He's like, nah, it's becoming apparent the age difference that we got going on here because I'm not ready to live a retired lifestyle like Jenny. You
Right.
know, Jenny wants a BFF to just hang out with her all day, and Submit's in his 30s. He wants to go out and
But
hang
that's what
out.
he was to her.
Yeah,
So
he was a
he
boy
he
to her,
can't
to
change it
her
up
husband.
now all of a sudden.
And it's like, okay, you got to take what comes with it. This guy's 30 years old. He doesn't want to sit home like that. By the time he's ready to chill and you'll be dead by the
Not
time he gets there.
not necessarily, because I'm ready to chill. I'm not that old.
Yeah, but by the time he gets her age, it's another 30
Oh,
years. She
her
might be
age,
in
yeah.
her 90s. Yeah. By the time he gets to the age where he's ready to retire and settle down, Jenny's not going to be here anymore. He's not going to be doing it with her. I mean, it's sad to think about, but it's true. That's why his parents didn't want him to marry her. It's like by the
He's
time he
definitely
gets to
living in the
retire
moment
age,
then.
Jenny
He
is going to be
definitely ain't thinking
gone.
about that.
Yeah,
Because how old is she? Well, she's
she's like
63, right?
63, and
Right.
he's
So
like 33.
63.
She's like 30 years older than him.
But I mean, like, he's like 33, so like, I feel like in like the next 4 years or so, he's gonna be ready to like kind of chill a little bit. So she'll still be in that 60, what, 67 range. Like that. That's weird. That is weird.
Yeah,
I just
that's
heard it
that's
out loud.
that's a big. I mean, because she's in the red zone.
And what is his motive? Like, he doesn't want to come to America. What is the deal? Like he must really love her. Like I'm
I,
saying,
I
like
do think he
he just
loves
has like this fetish for these old women. I don't know.
Usman.
Well, this is crazier than Usman. This is as bad as remember 90 Day UK? Did anybody watch that? Didn't
Yeah.
Summit? Oh, Dolly said that Summit suggested they separate. I missed that.
What?
Dolly always has the good like gossip.
Wow.
Tell
When
us
did
more.
that? Is that the next? Is that on the preview? Yeah. Wow. Who knew? It's run its course, is what's happened for Submit
Mhm.
because they've been together over 10 years now. It's run its course for Submit. Submit's ready to get out of this marriage, I think, because what I think is going on, and he's trying not to admit it, but his parents have gotten the best of him,
Mhm.
and he sees where he's choosing his parents and family over Jenny is what's happening.
Or he's choosing his own life, because he's realizing that
He's
what he
selfish.
wanted
He
from
always been like that.
disconnecting from his parents was his own life. And he thought that going over to Jenny was like him, you know, him being his own man. And like, if this is who I love, this is who I love. And then he's like, okay, now Jenny's trying to be my parent. So I need to get away
Yeah,
from Jenny too.
Jenny is turning Submit off because she didn't want to go bungee jumping and all that stuff. It's like, dude, she's 63.
Which he never wanted to do any of that stuff before. That was him starting this phase of like
He's going through
having,
a midlife crisis
yeah, like very mid.
because he's 33. That's right about the time when midlife
Yeah,
crises start. Mid
31
30s.
for
You
me.
start thinking, oh shit, I'm getting old. Let me still do some things of my youth so that I can still feel young again. You know what I mean?
I thought that
Yeah.
happened in like the 50s.
Well, with me it did.
But there's another one that happens in the 30s. I think you're right. Like the 30s is I'm going to go my own way.
Yeah, 30s is the midlife crisis.
But it's like luckily anymore it's not midlife, right? 'Cause
Well,
so I'm getting
really,
ready to be in
50,
the
40s is
range
like
of
the
like
new
really
30s.
over mid.
40s is the new 30s, especially with Gen X, and 50s is the new 40s, and 60s are the new 50s. Because that's how we're aging. We're aging a lot slower and looking a lot younger, longer.
Dolly said yes, he did suggested a separation. Wow. Well, I'm in the midlife crisis, but I'm not having any like crazy thoughts of going Well, I do think I could do like I want to do a parasailing. I could do that. I'm not sure
Yeah.
about the bungee jumping yet. I'm thinking about it. I
That's
just took like oh, Jen said I just look like I'm 16 LMAO. I just post a profile picture of when I'm 16. That helps me too. I'm gonna start posting a 16-year-old picture and say drink moringa and like sell these teas that are gonna make people think it's like look at this 45-year-old lady that looks so young. I don't know though. I don't like my 16-year-old picture. I had braces.
You were gorgeous.
That might not work out. I'll go at like 22.
Gorgeous.
You're gorgeous now.
Oh, thank you. That was
Look at
sweet.
that smile.
Stop, you're gonna embarrass me. Don't do it.
That's
Don't
the
do
best
it.
one, the embarrassed smile. Shonda said he may be rebelling against his parents for arranging a marriage before, and he did not love that girl. Yeah, like I
Right.
think that's what is going on. I think that he didn't like, Submit is one of those guys who's so easygoing, but like don't push him up against the wall. Like
Yes, submit is about submit.
he
You
hasn't
said something a
figured
little
out
while
how
ago.
to get that to happen yet, like how to tell people I'm standing up for myself, but I'm still
But
a nice
he's
person.
doing it. He's doing it with action and
He's
not
doing it
words.
with action. Yes.
He's doing it like he didn't like that girl. He wasn't into her, so he got divorced. He wanted to be with
But
Jenny.
he didn't do it like up front, like he
He wanted to
ran.
He wanted to be with Jenny, so he was with Jenny. He's like, okay, marriage, marriage, marriage. Okay, he married Jenny. Ultimately, Submit does what he Submit wants to do. Now he's been with Jenny for a while. Now he's like, okay, I'm supposed to be opening this restaurant and partnering with this dude. I'm gonna have to work 7 days a week, and you're gonna have to understand that. You know what I
But
mean?
see,
So it's
Jenny is
like,
helping him become a man because eventually he will be able to tell other people, like, instead of running and, like, you know how he went and married Jenny behind their, like, without them knowing, and the parents had to come track him down.
yeah,
I think he will eventually be able to, like, stand up to people and tell them that right up front. But right now he's still in the running mode. But he don't mind saying it to Jenny.
no. No, because what's gonna happen? What's the consequence? What's she gonna do? You know, she won't leave him. She used to always threaten to leave him. She never left him. All these Kim threatened to leave Usman. She don't leave him. Anybody who's like in their 60s and they done got themselves a young buck, they always threaten that leave shit and they never do. They never do because it's like I ain't gonna be able to get nobody else like that. What am I saying? You know, they even started admitting it. Angela, I always tell Michael I'm gonna leave him, but I don't do it.
Hmm.
She's starting to get hoarse. She doesn't even have a voice anymore because
Hmm.
every time she talks to him, it's at the highest absolute possible level that she can be. She can't have a normal conversation without screaming at the top of her lungs. I would be so glad when her voice goes so hoarse that you can't even hear her ass. Is that what you get for screaming all the goddamn time?
Leather skin Angela, Jen said.
Yeah. Leather skin and no voice.
Oh
God.
my gosh. Shonda said, I can't stand Angela. I think that's a consensus right there. Like, Angela just makes me mad the way that she talks to Michael, but then, like, expects him to be respectful to her.
Michael, if you notice, is starting to buck up against her a little bit now. Thank
Did you?
God. It took him 4 years, 5 years to finally start speaking up to this woman. But
But
now
he
that
was
he
like, I choose to pick my battles with my wife.
Yeah, you choose not to battle at all. You just now starting to put your foot down on some shit. And I don't think he should have given up his Instagram. If he wasn't doing anything that he had to hide, then you're a grown ass man. Why are you taking down your Instagram because she told you and she threatened to leave you? Let her leave. Bye.
I thought
Don't
that's
be
where
making to
you,
show
like,
me.
isn't that where you meet older ladies? Instagram? Get it?
Instagram.
Instagram. That's where you met her at.
That's me. That's Angela, Instagramma. She's flirting with the guy
Well, it's
in
almost like I
Canada.
think you're right. I think she looked better. Like you were mentioning, were you telling me
She
this
looked
out
better with the
loud?
weight on her
Yeah.
face anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like it filled out those, like, I don't know. She just looks, I don't know, man. It's just
Ro
like
used to
she's,
shout out to Ro and Buddha. Where's Ro and Buddha at?
I
Where you
don't
guys
know. But Dolly Bush said nobody likes Angela, and Shonda said, but he submitted and took his IG down. I wish he hadn't. I wish he called her bluff
at?
and said, okay, leave. Right.
Right, exactly. Go, bye.
Jen says she's
You
Honey Boo Boo in grandma version.
know? It's like take your Instagram down. Let's see you stop flirting.
Oh, but remember the
I'll be
guy?
a boyfriend. If you take your Instagram down, I'll take mine down.
What's that one she's doing duets on? Is that TikTok?
That's TikTok. She's doing that with the Canadian guy.
And
So
he
I'd be
knows
like,
about
listen,
it.
take your TikTok down. Take your Instagram down. You take your social media down, I'll take mine down.
Right.
And see what she says. And it's like, no, I'm not taking mine down. Okay, well, what gives you the right to tell me to take mine down?
It's
Because
tick
you're
for
flirting.
talk.
Okay, well, so are you.
Right. But it's
So
okay
what's
for
your
her to
double
do it, just
standard?
like when she was doing it with the doctor, and at the same time while she was on the phone with her. Remember that?
Yeah,
She like hooked up with the doctor. Like
yeah,
Angela is so insecure that she feels like Michael is like out of her league because he's this young guy, so she likes keeping him on the hook. But like she's like Ed. The minute she feels that insecure in their relationship, she goes and like, here's why you need to like me. 'Cause look, another man likes me. Come on, Michael.
right, right. but let him do it with another woman.
Oh, and
Like when
he's
she got
every
on this
bit of like
podium
an
and called
abusive
him
man
friend,
or
that
the
was
wrong.
ridiculous. She gets it.
Yeah,
Who's this? He can't have friends. He's a grown
right.
ass man. Why can't he have friends? He said he knew that girl for years. Okay, whether he's lying, I don't know. But you can't tell somebody they can't have friends. That's not
Right.
the type of relationship you need to be in. Your self respect needs to trump that self control shit. I said that on a
Mm.
TikTok that I created.
Mm.
Screw that self
It needs
control.
a
You need to have
T-shirt.
some self respect because she is straight punking you on national television, global television. She's making you look like a little bitch and you gotta stop letting her do it.
She said, did I think I read that one, but Dolly said Angela told Michael she owns him, and Shonda said they
She
could have
thinks she's a slave
compromised,
master to him.
right, and
Really?
had a IG together. That's a good point, Shonda and Dolly. If she's saying she owns him, you know what I mean? Like what? Like that's what I
Because
mean
them
about
times
when,
over, girl. Them
like,
times
does
are
she?
over. You don't own anybody.
But I think a lot of the time when, and it's not even like, I think a lot of times when somebody is like knows that they
But
want
that's
to
why
have a green
that's why she
card,
talks to him like that, though, Jen.
that is because she
That's why she
knows that
talks
he
to him
wants
like that.
something from her. And then Kim said, "Oh, well, Shonda said they could have compromised and had an Instagram together. Right. They could have called it like Ange Mike or something." And then Kim said next week she has something to tell Michael. Ooh, and Jen said I can tote it. I just need your egg. Factory is closed. Right. I remember that. Is she gonna tote? You gonna tote my egg? I can't believe she actually went to the daughter and said, "Can you tote my egg?" But yeah, that's good, great points. Like they could have compromised, and I wonder what is going on next week with that. Is she pregnant,
Who? Angela?
Angela?
Yeah, right. Little
Or
Leatherface
maybe
baby
she's
coming
leaving
out.
him for the TikTok guy. But then she's gonna start talking to him like a dog soon.
I wonder if she's all right. I mean, I don't wish sickness on anybody, so hopefully everything's okay with her. But why would she wait? She would probably, if she was sick, she would say it right there. Even her friend is start. I think. Have you noticed that we don't see the friend as much?
Yeah, well, the
And
friends disowned her because she treats the friends like Michael eventually. Like she uses them up for what,
yeah,
when you
well, the
have a
new
friend,
friend,
it's mutual.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
the new
new
friend
friend, the
probably is
new
gone
friend, I
too.
think we haven't been seeing her as much, and I think that's because she saw Angela's true colors.
Yeah.
She saw how she talks
She
to
didn't
Michael,
like that.
no, she didn't. She was like, damn, you don't have to talk to her. Behind the scenes, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall to hear those conversations because all of a sudden she's not there, and she was talking to Michael and Angela, and you could see when Angela would come up and start yelling, she would get this look on her face like, God damn.
Well, the other friend did the same thing. Remember when Angela was in the surgery and Michael was like worried about her?
Yep,
And
she's long
Angela was
gone.
like, I don't want to talk to him. And like the friend kind of saw her true colors because, like, you can tell how people truly are by how they treat other people. Like, if you're
Absolutely.
friends with somebody and they're constantly talking about other people and how they're disrespecting other people and this is what they did to this person and gossiping and things like that, and not saying it from a place of love, then they're going to eventually treat you like that.
Yep.
That's the
It's
way
just
I
a matter
feel.
of time. It's not if, it's when.
It's when, and when you will be on their other side,
Right.
you know?
Like you said that about somebody that you and I both know that, you know, started not now. This is not a
Yeah.
person in our lives now, but somebody I was, doing YouTube with a while back. And we were waiting on them to switch up because we had seen them do it to other people,
Mhm.
and have live streams denouncing people. And it's like, it's just a matter of time before that person,
Before
shows their
you
true
do
colors.
something to throw them off.
Yeah, and it happened. I mean, it is what it is. But
It's an insecurity thing, and you could see it
I
happening
think that,
every time somebody was on the
yeah,
rise doing well. Someone will try to put you down, and it
you have
just
to
is
tear
what
other
it
people
is.
down to build yourself up.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, me too. It's getting late. I am ready to probably wrap this up.
Let me read the last couple of comments here. Jen said, "I can
Shout
tote
out
it."
to
Oh, we already did
TikTok.
that. She said the factory is closed. 1-800 too cute for you, LMAO. I think she was talking about when we were talking about the toting the egg. And Shonda said, I saw a preview where they talked with the TikTok guy. He calls her a sweetheart, and Michael gets mad and stomps away. And Jen said, America, the right to vote and the right to tote.
Yeah, right? Man,
Nice.
I'm
When
telling
Mama has better skin than Angela. Ooh,
you. Wow.
it's a tough crowd.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool. I'm scared.
everybody has better
That's why I don't go on
skin, Angela.
camera. Bilal. Did he just pop on there for a second?
Yeah, Bilal and Shada. I have one more. Okay, so what was happening here, guys? What was going on with the friend of Shida? Shida, I felt bad. Shida was looking like she was feeling so uncomfortable. But you know what? Bilal deserved it because he's getting back what he let Shida go through when his
Mhm.
ex-wife was
His
yelling at
ex-wife.
him. You set it up. You told the ex-wife that she didn't want to sign the prenup and sicked her on your new wife. And then when the new wife complained about it, you sat back while she was yelling at her. Now it reminded me of Jovi with his friend. Now she's got somebody that has her back. And this girl, woo! This girl was no joke. She didn't let up on Bilal not 1 second. I mean, she
No.
was borderline nasty. I don't know that I could have let somebody continuously talk to my man like that. But I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Shida wanted some get back.
Yeah. I
Because
think
Bilal been putting her through hell.
I think Shida thought that Bilal would have but Bilal, I think I was saying this last night, he ticks people off because of his coy type attitude, like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
He didn't want to answer any questions. You know what I mean? He's just like she was like, "Can I ask you some questions?" It should have been a simple like, "Sure, I know you're her friend. I know you care about her. I'd like to hear what questions you have." That could have avoided it, but he's like, "Do you want to ask me some questions?" I don't know what he said, but he seemed to like he wanted to buck up against her and he wanted to be like, I can't believe you're asking me these questions. It's none of your business."
Well, in all fairness, though, she came at him kind of hard, like right out the gate. She came down on him
Mhm.
hard, which not saying he didn't deserve it, but she came with hell hath no fury hard. And she said, first of all, I didn't like the fact that I wasn't told about you guys being together, and then I wasn't told about you guys getting married. And then, she came off real entitled. And then she just, well, why do you have a problem with me asking? Like she was really nasty. It's like that's your friend's husband. You know what I'm saying? I understand you have issues, but there's a certain way you got to address people.
Yeah.
So I don't think
But
she
it's
was
not
in the
like to
way that
your
she
point,
addressed it either.
she sat and put up with the ex-wife addressing her like that, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
And Bilal, oh, Jen said, "What is she doing with him? She's beautiful." And Bilal said, or Shonda said, Bilal needs to just give his woman a baby already.
Thank
I loved her
you.
friend. She was spot on. Well, Bilal it's getting on my nerves
Not
that
saying
he
he
is
didn't deserve
talking
it.
around the baby thing. You're either going to have a baby with her or you're not. You either want, like, she is pretty much like, I want to have a baby. So if you don't want to have the baby, just let her move on. Like, I hate to say it, but
Yeah,
that's
she doesn't have much time.
and it made me mad when they were in like New York. And I understand where he's coming from because you ever had somebody that like no matter what was going on, they just want to come back to that same thing that they want. You know what I mean? So he was like, "Now we're in New York. I'm trying to have fun in New York," and she's like, oh, it's a good place to make a baby, and she wants to come back to the baby, but that's because he's not trying to have the baby. It's
Right,
like you need to make a decision if you don't want to have. I don't think that he doesn't want to have a baby with her. I think he doesn't want to have a baby right now. It's like you guys are older. You might
right.
as well. Why wouldn't you want to have a baby? Like I know we can't have a baby, but if we could have, I would have had a baby on day one. Like
Yeah,
you need to be all in with your person.
yeah.
And then Shonda said, "Oh, Aziz said I'm back again. Welcome back again." And
On YouTube or TikTok?
he is on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm only reading YouTube right
Welcome back.
now. I've got to get used to this TikTok thing. I'm not used to the multitasking yet. Um, and then Jen said he builds distrust. She spelled his name. B for builds distrust. I ignores baby questions. L lectures over BS. A accuses tisk tisk. L I don't know what else. Bilal. That was pretty good. She made like an acronym of that. Aziz or Shonda said she came with both guns blazing, the friend, and planned to rip him a new one. Yes, she did. And Aziz said she wanted it bad. And Jen said, I'm not into games. I don't play games. Yes, get it, girl. Kim Turner said Bilal need to calm down before she leaves him like all the other wives. And Aziz
Right.
says, I love children.
I'm gonna go ahead and go off of TikTok. Who's over there with you? Is that Jess?
Wait, let me go to TikTok. Oh wait, we got some more people on TikTok. Don't leave yet. Deborah Jackson joined.
Deborah Jackson joined. Hey, Deborah. Okay, I'll leave it up. Just talking about 90 Day Fiance, finishing up our live stream on simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube. We were just finishing up. We were talking about Bilal and Shida, how the best friend came at him. Wait a minute. If this was her best friend, how come she's just now visiting this girl?
Welcome, Tammy Lynn, 51.
Shout out to Tammy Lynn 51. What, on TikTok?
And TikTok, yep. I'm over on TikTok now. I get around.
Like Tupac. Why was the best friend just
Well,
now?
maybe I don't know. Is she from another country or what was the deal with her?
Apparently she lives in New York. But
Oh,
Bilal doesn't want to do anything. Like as soon as Shada got her employment card, he's like, "Well, slow your roll." He's
Bilal is a
got some
passive
points, but
aggressive.
yeah, he's like, "Slow your roll. You got to get credit, and then you've got to do this. You got Bilal. You know, she just wants you to acknowledge the fact that you are going to help her with this business. You know, and
And
every
that's the
time she brings
lecturing part.
something,
I
you
think
know,
Bilal, like he reminds me a lot of myself on an even keel. You know what I mean? And I think people can take that the wrong way, but he is being downright like just he was on the defense on this whole conversation. He wasn't trying to give
shit, he
anything,
had to be though. That girl was coming for his throat.
but he had to know it was coming. Like, look,
Oh
your
yeah,
people came at her, so you didn't like how she handled it, so now you have to try to make yourself who you want her to be. Like,
right.
show her how you wanted to her to absorb that. In my opinion, I
Yeah,
think that Bilal was the one on the defense. We were expecting it from the friend. All the friends act like
yeah,
that.
yep. He deserved it though. He let Shada come in or Shahida come in and yell at Shada like that.
Right.
He deserved it,
What if she had
Eh,
said, you don't have but he did it with the ex-wife, so she couldn't say, like, you have nothing to do with our relationship. But really, she
right.
has nothing to do with their relationship. She has
Yeah.
children with him. And everybody has exes with children. Not everybody. I mean, I don't have exes with children. But if I did, it wouldn't be that they could be a part of the relationship,
Do you have
you
children with
know.
exes?
I'm just saying, like, when it's two separate things, like how the relationship is with the children, but you don't get involved in their relationship. You know what I
Right.
mean? Your ex, like, you don't get all up in it like she did. I think
Yeah.
Shahida was way out of line with that.
Oh,
but I'm kind of scared of her, so I hope she don't ever find me. Um,
Ugh, you
oh,
got me. I got your back.
all right. Dolly
No.
Bush said, "Can Bilal get Shahida pregnant?" Dolly said, "Oh, Aziz
Wait
said
a
Dolly."
minute. What are you
Right.
saying, Dolly? Do you think he's got his wings clipped?
Well, they went and got
He's
tested though,
avoiding
didn't
it?
they? Remember? And it was like he had
That
low.
would be so crazy if it came out that Bilal had a vasectomy and can't give her kids and never told her. Oh my God.
What if it was like
That
a
would be
misery thing and the ex came in and clipped him herself?
crazy. I wouldn't put it past her.
Right?
That would be insane. And then if he waits until she's out of range, because she's only got a matter of what, 6 months to a year before her eggs start saying bye bye. They're
Oh,
already saying that, and he waits and doesn't tell her. And then, okay,
right.
well,
That's what I'm worried
because
about.
Ed did that. Ed couldn't give Rose kids and had a vasectomy and didn't tell her about it.
And I think that would have probably came out by now, but like Jen said, is it a friend that she met online and became her new best friend to become famous on TV? That's why we never seen her. Oh, that's her
Oh,
theory. Jen, according to your
ah,
question that you asked about why we never saw this best friend,
right, right.
Shonda said he is always correcting her on something. Seems
Yep.
like he's thinking she'll forget the promises he made. And Jen said his ex cut this thing off, right? Restream said, I've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Congratulations, 100 messages. We got a lot to say, don't we?
Really?
Dolly said, I think Bilal has a secret he's keeping from Shahida. I think the secret, honestly, Dolly, is that he's scared to commit to her completely. He's scared of commitment. He doesn't, I don't know that he wants to have other kids with another woman. Is he scared of it? Like something is
But
holding him.
here's the thing, it's him. He needs therapy.
Well, he
Bilal needs
has OCD.
therapy because he has this OCD thing, right? But he's very particular to the point where it destroys his relationships. He's got the daddy complex. He's always coming down on them, lecturing them, and holding them to this high ass standard. And it's all about what Bilal wants and never about what his wives want. That's why this is his third wife, and he's now doing the same shit to her. So he's going to end up alone again if he doesn't stop doing that. And he has to realize it's him. Once the first wife left him, he was
Never
already
realizes anything is him. It's always this is what the other person is doing. That is his complete and utter problem that he
right.
has. He
He's
doesn't
the
self
cause of it,
reflect.
and he doesn't see it that way. So he's going to continue to do it and continue to go through relationship after relationship after marriage until he looks in the mirror and realizes that he's causing the rift.
Definitely. And Dolly said, I think
Own
he
it, Bilal. Own it.
Dolly said they think Bilal has a secret he's keeping from Shahida. And Jen said maybe he hasn't come out of the closet yet and he's hiding behind women.
I don't
And
think that. I
Kimberly
think the
Turner,
vasectomy thing, though. I feel
Dolly
like he's
said,
had a vasectomy.
go ahead, a vasectomy.
Yes.
Dolly said, I agree he's scared of something. Kimberly Turner said, I think he told the ex wife that he won't have no more children. Oh, that's
I
good.
think so too.
Shonda says he says he wants them to enjoy marriage before having a child, but it's not like the baby would come tomorrow. They would have 9 months. That's true.
Right.
And Aziz says everything in good time. She needs to understand that too. That's a good point. I think
Yes.
her point is that she's older, so she's like scared
She
that
doesn't
she's
have a
not
lot
going to
of
have a
time.
kid. I understand his point too. Like, let's enjoy each other. Let's make sure we can make this work because right now, the way they're at each other, they might not want a child.
Right.
Maybe he's
I,
right. So
I
I see
will
both
give
sides of the coin.
I will give Aziz that because oh, excuse me. She is really, really on. Okay, yeah, got the employment card. Let's get the business going. And okay, when's the baby coming? She's
Yeah,
trying to do all this at
you
once.
don't like the timeline of it, like, he wants to do it
Yeah,
organically, so I understand that, I definitely understand that, but he's also not giving her a direct answer like, "You know what? I'm fully on board with having kids with you." He's more like, "Let's wait and see." I think if he said to her like, "Okay, let's give it 6 months and I'll be okay to start having a child." He's
right.
still, I feel like somewhere in him is using that excuse that he wants to live it up with her first, but he's not still sure if they're going to work.
But
And
the
that's what
doctor
she's
told
scared
her 6 months. But I guess he would be paranoid because he knows he's not changing. He needs a woman that caters to who Bilal really is. And
Shonda
then
said when
his
she
marriage
gets
will start
Prego, I
working.
hope she has twins.
It would serve him right, right? He needs a submissive woman who is all about him, who will keep that house clean and who will do things, and be a great stepmom to his children. That's what Bilal's looking for. And he keeps looking everywhere but where he needs to find that. Try going, to your mosque or something. She's probably there. You're not going to probably find her on social media because Shida's not it.
But something about him likes that challenge of her, and like maybe he thought she was it because she definitely is a Muslim woman. She definitely, but he had to get to have gotten to have known. Did you see her when they first met? He's like, she's shy. He thought he was going to bring this woman over here that was going to be that person, and she had a life of her own. She had her own yoga business. Like, this woman is not just going to bow down to you, and most women aren't. Like, I think that's the myth from these other countries. Like Jen said earlier, they think they're getting these mail order brides, and they get
Right.
people who have actual lives and goals, and what ends up happening is they're like, "Wait, you're not
It's
here
a
to just make me happy?
right.
You're
It can
here to
flip.
you want a life too? What's going on?"
Yeah, you wanna have your own business? Yeah, like you. You wanna have kids? Yeah, like you. You got to do these things. I
Right.
want them too. And now I've hitched myself to you. You said you would give me this stuff, and now you're hemming and hawing. Okay, guess what? I'm 37 years old. In a hot minute, I'm not going to be able to have kids. So we got to get started. I mean, I know it's fast, but within 6 months to a year, we need to be getting the ball rolling, dude. Because
Aziz
think
said, "How
about
many
how much you're going
children
to
does
resent
he got?"
him.
He has two, right?
Think about how much she's going to resent him if he goes above and beyond out of his way not to get her pregnant. If she doesn't have any kids, she's going to resent the hell out of Bilal, and then the marriage is going to break up anyway.
Yep, you're
So he might as
exactly
well
right.
do it. He might as well go ahead and do it.
And if he didn't want to start over and have another child,
And
I'm
she said
sorry,
it.
Bilal, but you shouldn't have been with her in the beginning because I think she made that very clear. Like, we've known it for like almost a whole year that we've been watching them. Aziz said she's a strong woman. That's true. Respect. Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of respect for her. I think she cares about Bilal and she understands him, and she's
Yeah,
very gracious to the way that he is. She doesn't buck up against him. She doesn't disrespect him, but she does let him know when he is being disrespectful or hurting
yeah,
her
I'm alive.
feelings or not being clear with her. I think they're perfect in that sense for each other. It's just, is he ready for this?
Yeah,
That's my only question.
and
Like
if not, then he needs to let her know sooner than later, so she can
he's
move
like
on to somebody who's
still,
going to do those things.
yeah, he needs to go all in with her, and I feel like he's only half in. He
Yeah,
loves her, but he's half in.
it's like a
She
catch
needs
twenty
to
two.
pull away. Honestly,
Divorce.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what she needs to do. She needs to say I'm done and like let him miss her and like come after her if that's what he wants, to let him have that control of saying
But
this is what I want.
will allow being the guy that he is? It's like, okay, I'm the one with the money. You want to walk away? Go ahead and walk away. And then it backfires, and she doesn't get what she really wants out of the deal, which is a husband who's going to give her children and love her and
But if that's what she wants out
all
of the
that
deal,
stuff.
then let him go because he's not the one.
'Cause that's not him, you
It's
know.
like scary for her because she's like starting over now and she's she's getting this pressure of, but like my thing is, if she is that into having kids, she would have had kids with somebody else already. It's something that she's definitely waiting for this this love that and she's found it in Bilal, and it's like frustrating probably to her to like, okay, now I'm old, I finally found you, and now you don't want to have kids, and I might be out of the range soon.
Right.
I think that's what she's dealing with, and he's like, well, I don't, I've already got my family.
Right. And he's being selfish in that way. It's like, you married this girl, you promised your life to her, she promised her life to you, she gave up everything to come over here and be with you, and you're gonna deny her the opportunity to be a mom. I mean, just at least try. He doesn't even know that she can have kids, but if he at least tries and makes it look like he's putting in an effort, then if it doesn't happen, at least she can't resent him for it because it's not like he didn't try.
I feel like most of his inhibitions, maybe part of it is he wants to get to know her a little better. However, I think most of it is that other family he has. I think it's his
Yeah,
ex-wife and his kids, and he
I
knows
think
what's going
so.
to be caused by that, and he feels guilty that's going to diminish the relationship with them. He already feels guilty about being divorced, so
Hmm.
and not, now he's going to be with this other child full time. He feels, a sense of guilt for his other family, but that
Yeah.
wasn't his choice, and he can still make it work, but in his mind, in his, like, I guess whatever's going on with him, I really
Hmm.
feel like that's what's holding things up and
I
not
do too.
allowing it to happen.
I do too. And I think you're right. I think the ex-wife told him or said something to him about having children with somebody else.
Even if she didn't, I feel like that's in his own mind. He may
Yeah.
be making up stories that, and
Because
did
he
you see
wants to
how the
get back
kids
with her.
reacted? Like the
You
kids
talked
are
about
like,
exes. He wants his ex back.
yep. He wants that happy little family. He would do that in a heartbeat. I really do believe if the ex would take him.
Yep. So that about does it. Do you have anything else you want to add in, honey?
No, I just want to say thank you to everyone on TikTok and on YouTube who joined us. It's been really great having everybody here. All of our, um, excellent guests uh, that show up and give us such like comments that just make me laugh, literally laugh out loud. Shonda, thank you. Jen, Aziz, Janetta, Kim Turner, um, Dolly Bush, thank you for coming.
Thank
Just
you guys
everybody. I'm
so
just so
much. I
thankful for
appreciate it.
everybody coming in. Jessica, thank you for being here.
Guys so much. I appreciate you for being here
Jen,
on TikTok and YouTube and always
yeah,
supporting.
and then on TikTok we have our Tammy Lynn. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Tammy.
And then we had earlier. I can't remember the last person who was on the live with us, Aliyah or something like that.
Aaliyah. Huh.
I can't
Was
remember.
she here in spirit?
I don't know. I missed the name.
I can hear you yawning. I can hear her yawning. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for the gifts. Thank you for just kind of being you and being part of the J Crew. If you are not part of the J Crew over on YouTube, head over to J and J Video Reacts
I saw we're at
over on
590.
YouTube and hit that subscribe button. We're what?
We're at 590, and I just realized I
Yes,
missed some. I missed a comment. What? I have 12
we're
brothers and
590.
sisters. Aziz, you said you had 12 brothers and sisters? Wow,
Wow, it's a
that is
pretty
so
healthy
cool.
family.
I have only one.
Well, she's
Oh,
enough.
thank you, Aziz. He said,
Actually, you have
you all
two,
have a
Jen.
blessed day. Kim said, good night. Oh, there it is. I have 12 brothers and sisters, 3 kids, no problem.
You
Shonda
have two.
said, do you think that he's scared that the ex will hold his other children from him if he has a kid? Oh, that's good.
Wow,
That's a good
probably.
I can't stop with the comments. I'm like hooked on them. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. I know we have to eat.
No, she probably has threatened to do that. She seems like the type. She's very vindictive. It's
Hmm.
obvious.
Oh yeah.
you know.
She was definitely trying to control that situation, and when she couldn't control
But he see
Shida,
he doesn't realize if he puts his all into Shada, she's going to give him that security that he wants. She's not going anywhere. And he's
yeah,
a self-fulfilling prophecy because he thinks she's going to leave, so he's doing things to push her away.
yep,
It's like Bilal, you've got the one. She understands what happened with these other women. She's willing to stay with you, but you gotta meet a sister in the middle, dude. Give her a kid. Help her with her business. Give her the things she wants. You want something from her, which is that commitment. You've got to give as well.
yeah,
You can't just bring her in the house and say, okay, great, you live here. I'm giving you a wonderful life. No, she had a wonderful life where she was at. Just because you have a bunch of money doesn't necessarily make somebody happy. Because look, she's miserable. She was happier without living in a grand house with a Mercedes. She had her yoga business, she had a life. She's come here and she's a dish rag that's meant to just clean the house and do dishes. No, that's not what she's here for. She wants to continue her life with her husband. She wants a child and she wants to build her business over here. And he is in a position to give her both of those things, and he's hemming and fucking hawing, and it gets on my nerves. So I've ranted. I have ranted. Thank you guys so much for being with us on TikTok. I appreciate you so much. Any gifts, I will gladly accept those because they are much appreciated. And if you have not followed me, please. I noticed on TikTok a lot of the people that are watching my videos are not followers. If you guys could just
Hey
go
Richard, thank you for joining. And Anon Gaming, we missed you
tap
tonight.
that screen and hit that follow button for me. All right. And same on YouTube. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it on up to 600 and then on onward and upward to 1,000. We can do this. We can grow this J Crew out and have these sessions. Don't forget to come to the Midday Motivated, which is tomorrow at 12:30 p.m., where we will be talking all things mental health. If you have any issues, that's a good place where we just relate and talk
Hey
to each
Mary
other,
Brown.
help each other. Meatless Monday. If you've thought about becoming a vegan, my wife Jen does Meatless Mondays. The link to that stream is also in my YouTube video. So,
Hi
guys, I
Mitch.
appreciate
Oh
everybody.
wait, I spelled your name wrong. It's Mitch Girl. I said Mach. I meant to type Mich. Well, we got some people joining on TikTok. I just wanted to say hi to them really quick.
What's up, talkers?
Mitch Girl, and then we had Anon Gaming. I remember you made some really profound comments before on the midday stream. Anthony,
Shout out to Anna and Gaming.
I feel like I messed these names up. I'm just going to say Anthony. Hi, Anthony. And then KSH1153. There was someone that it said user, and I couldn't get the whole profile, but thank you all for joining.
Thank you so
We're on
much.
here every Tuesday at
Tuesday
7:30.
takeover
And then there's a stream at 12:30 every single afternoon Eastern time every single day.
called Midday Motivated.
Midday motivated at
Just trying
12:30.
to keep you positive, keep you on the right frequency.
Glamaw, welcome. Good to have you. Are you guys oh, Judy Coop, thank you for joining. You guys are 90 Day fans or just came to talk?
Is this TikTok?
Paul underscore Prince 5 joined. Yes.
Who?
On TikTok. Paul underscore Prince 5. I feel like I've seen that before. I might follow you or have followed you.
Prince. Well, I gotta love that name.
User
Hello.
59605 wait 50255766886 joined. I
Shout out to
mean, shout out the user. I want to make you a name just so I don't have to read all that anymore.
you.
Well, thank you all for coming on. Thanks everybody.
Thank you guys so much. We're about to end the stream here, but we will be back tomorrow, 12:30 midday, the Midday Motivated. And I look forward to seeing everybody there. And if you got any insights there, we can talk about 90 Day on there too. Hey, it's just conversations. It's just conversations, just trying to get to know people. All right. So yeah, but we've been on here for a couple hours now. It's time to go get some grub
I'm
and
hungry.
get some sleep and do this all over again mañana. So guys, peace and blessings on TikTok, peace and blessings on YouTube.
Thank you, Shonda. Thank you, Dolly. Thank you, Aziz. Thanks, Kim T. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, everyone. They're all
Love you
saying good
guys.
night to us. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Janetta.